Hey everybody, welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie and we're diving into a couple things. I'm going to give you a little bit of understanding of, all right, the day after Christmas hits, what are we going to do? We're going to talk about some books and then I'm going to give you a very practical tip about your keto low carb lifestyle. We're going to talk about tracking your food. I'm going to talk about a whole bunch of things in a really short period of time. So as you're tuning in, my cheeks are shiny. Where are you tuning in from? We just got done doing a whole bunch of errands. So it is cold here, as to be expected. I live in Minnesota. And it's Friday. If you're watching live, happy Friday. If you're watching not live, then maybe it's a Tuesday. But whatever day you decide to watch, I hope you're having an incredible day. I picked a whole bunch of winners. So if your name is on the list in the header of this video, if your names are, we have Kristen Derby, April Savage, Kimberly Kellenbauer, Jennifer Bruce, Lori Baker. Oh, I might have said Baber. It's Baker. Lori Baker. Audrey Harris. You all won Rain or Shine. I need your addresses. And then remember I said for every time you press the share button, if you press share, let me know. And I am going to put your name into a drawing. So Emily Cleveland, you won the book that we're going to be going through in January. John Maxwell, it's the 15 Invisible Laws of Growth. I have been going through it before I go through it with you, and it is an incredible book. So for those of you who have your names as the winners, I need your address. Congratulations. All right, a couple things I want to talk about. First of all, I'm not shaking up ketones today because I actually just drank a protein shake. I have a keto protein that I drink. I have ketones that I drink, but I really just don't want one right now. But I do shake them up normally. This is what I drink. It is called my Mom Fuel. We're doing some fun things every single day. We say 12 days of Christmas. So today, if you drink my Mom Fuel, and if you like the black label, which is like an amped up version of this, it's got 30% more caffeine, 30% more ketones. If you already drink it and you love it, message me and I'll let you know what the fun promo is for today. If you want a fun little, we could just say a 12 days of Christmas trial pack that I'm putting together, check the stories or just write trial below. If you've never tried ketones, if you've never tried them, these are a tool. They're going to help you with your energy, your focus, your appetite control. It's incredible. It is a tool, not a magic pill. I'm going to help you eat better. We're actually starting something in the beginning of the year. It's going to be called the Core 4. And so if you're interested in learning more about on-the-go keto meals delivered to your home, or you don't even have to do the keto meal system, but we're going to have some incredible keto low-carb meals that are already prepared and sent to your home. I'm not sure if that's something you're interested in, but we're going to be starting something called Core 4 in January. And it has to do with movement, has to do with your meals, it has to do with drinking ketones, it has to do with plugging into our community, and there's a whole little system to it. If you want to know about the Core 4 challenge, I want you to post Core 4 below, C-O-R-E 4. Core 4. And as I get more details and as I get the understanding of what the challenge is going to be starting in the beginning of the year, there's going to be prizes. There's going to be huge prizes as you keep following through with your own transformation. So I'll get you more information on that as soon as I have it. If you just want to trial the product, this is where I started 6.5 years ago. I call it my Mom Fuel. It puts you in ketosis in under an hour. So you put it in the water, you shake it up, you drink it, and it gives you energy. I haven't taken a nap in 6.5 years. It gives you your focus. Ketones are brain fuel. Helps if you're an athlete, it helps you with the way you intake oxygen. It helps with muscle preservation. If you're looking for fat loss, hands down, appetite control, craving control. It's unbelievable. So if you've never tried it and you want a trial pack, or if you've tried it years ago and you want to try the new flavors, post trial in the comments and we're going to chat. All right? All right. So real quick. Normally in the mornings, I had a busy morning today. We talk about a book. Every single morning, I'm going through a book with you to give you something to think about, a thought or a question or something to inspire you. Because listen, hands down, I'm going to get to a very tactical keto tip for you in just a second. But I I cannot express enough. If your mindset isn't right, if you don't believe that you can do it, if your words that are coming out of your mouth are trash, meaning I can't do this, I'll never look that good, I'll never be healthy, I'm always going to look this way, then guess what? You get what you think and what you speak, hands down. And so my number one goal to help everybody this year is if you can make a little pivot, like a pivot meaning let's work on your mindset, because if you can work on this, then it's going to overflow into the rest of your life, right? It's going to overflow into your relationships, into your finances, into your job, into your parenting and your marriage and your health. So important. That's why I share tons of recipes on the page, right? There's no shortage of how to do this diet, this lifestyle. But if you don't have your mindset right, if you don't have certain tools to help you on your journey, it doesn't work. A tool would be the 5-second rule. So we'll continue this tomorrow morning. I posted a screenshot for today just to help you think and be thankful. And all it said was this. This morning, I think I posted something and it said, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Give yourself some credit. All right, what I wanted to talk about today, and actually, so for those of you who won the books, congratulations. If you press the share button, your name will go into a drawing for tomorrow, all right? So I got some incredible books for gifts. I was telling people today, actually, this is all I tell people. What are you giving people for gifts? So I just got a gift in the mail from some friends. It was a surprise. And guess what they gave me? Books. I love them. I love it. Somebody messaged me and said, do you have an Amazon wish list? And I said, send me a book. I actually said, you don't have to send me anything. I don't need anything, or send me a book. I love it. I love to learn, right? And so look at these fun books. Goals. Zig Ziglar is incredible. I don't have any of these books. Born to Win. Yes, I am born to win, and so are you. And see you at the top. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So to our friends, Liz, Abby, and June, thank you. You're amazing. Also, my husband got me these 2 books, which I'm actually giving this. Don't tell my family. My family is getting books. You guys actually want to know what I'm doing for some people that I just love so much is in here. I'm going to write a little note. I don't think they watch me on live anyway, so it's not a big deal. And I'm going to say, as soon as you're done with the book, message me and I'm going to send you a gift. I want to know your biggest takeaway. And they might be like, yeah, she's going to get me like a real gift, not a book. And then if they read it and they send me a message, I'm going to send them, bum, 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 another book. It's going to be so great. But I was listening to this book this morning. Unbelievable. I was like, babe, I'm a visual learner. Who's a visual learner? Are you a visual learner? Do you have to hear Audible? I love to listen to books, but for me to truly take it in, I need to like touch it. I need to see it. I need to highlight and circle. I need to do all of the things. So I love to have the physical books and I like to listen to them. So when I'm showering or doing my makeup or cooking, I always am listening something to grow my mind, and you should be too. Audible is incredible. You can buy the books on there as well. But you guys, you should be taking some screenshots. I'll post them on my stories. This book, I only listened to the first 2 chapters this morning. Amazing. And then my husband also got me this book. My love language books. Okay. So books. Oh, this is what I want to talk to you about. I want you to think just for a second. We're going to get a little bit emotional here. Okay. Are you ready? A little emotional. I want you to think. Think of your last year, right? We talk on here about how you cannot go through the rest of your life blaming and shaming and justifying your, like where you're at today from your past, right? Everybody has gone through different things. You grew up with different parents and different environments, and a lot of you have used food. I talked about this earlier. A lot of you have used food for an emotional support. I want you to, if you are enjoying your family and you're enjoying the parties and you maybe are not where you're at, where you want to be today, I want you to, on Christmas or the day after Christmas, or sometime in the next week or 2 weeks, I want you to seriously think about everything that might not have served you in the past, right? And I want you to forgive them, and I want you to forgive yourself. And you might go, it's not my fault that they hurt me in the past. It's not my fault that my parents or my grandma or the person or my teacher or a professor or a boss or a friend, it's not my fault, right? And unforgiveness causes a root of bitterness. And if you have a root of bitterness, that is where you may tend to emotionally eat or have anger, or maybe you are where you are today because of those people or situations. And so what I wanted to say is I want you to take a minute sometime before the beginning of the year. You've got a long time to think about it. And I want you to forgive those people. Like, it's you forgiving those people. And I also, hi, my husband's sitting on the bed. And I want you to forgive yourself, right? Because in those two things, when you forgive others and you forgive yourself, you are going to have this like weight lifted off your shoulders, right? No more angry, no more bitterness, no more it was their fault or their fault. We're going to start the new year forgiving yourself and forgiving others, and we're going to focus on the future.
Yes.
You like that, babe?
That's
Am I preaching over here?
great.
Do you want to come and say hi?
No, you're doing fantastic.
All right. So I want to talk about that today. Does this make sense? Does anybody feel like they need to forgive anybody in their past? Usually every Sunday as I'm sitting in church, I'm always like, because we do communion every Sunday, I'm always like, who do I need to forgive? Even if you physically cannot go talk to that person, right? I'll give you an example. Our pastor, she grew up in an incredible mother, and she's very outspoken about her father, and he was an abusive father. And so she said one day she felt like he was in prison, and she had to physically go forgive him. And she felt like she was supposed to. And she was like, why do I have to go forgive him? He did all of the things to our family. But you know what? She went to the prison. I think it was one of his birthdays, right? And she said, Dad, I need to forgive you. And he's like, I'm the one that did it. And she said, but she's been holding unforgiveness, which causes a root of bitterness, which causes anger, which causes a weight on your life. And everybody acts out differently when they're angry. A lot of people use food, right? And so she did it. And she said she felt this weight lifted off her shoulders, and she could continue on in her life without that anger. Super important. We're going to be talking about that for the rest of the year. So whether you have to write it on a piece of paper and burn it in your fireplace, or chuck it over a cliff, or tear it up and put it in the garbage, do something to help you go, okay, I'm done. No more, right? I am going to take control of my life, and I'm going to move on. All right? I said I would give you a tactical tip as well. So I talked about a whole bunch of books. I got a lot of books to give you. So great. Forgiveness, ketones, and here's my tactical keto tip for those of you who are like, please just tell me how to eat, which I will tell you, mindset's more important than food, but food can come second. Well, relationship with Jesus, mindset, food, right? Okay, awareness. There's lots of things. What I'm going to talk about coming up very soon is choosing a word for the year. So we're not going to talk about it right now. Does anybody do that here? Do you choose a word for the year? We do. I was talking to my girls about that today as we were doing errands. But here's your tactical tip, and I'm going to let you go. I want you to, if your goal is fat loss, for your New Year's resolutions or New Year's solutions, or just to have a goal, like I'm going to do something because I've forgiven my past and I'm moving on, right? So oftentimes people say, do I have to track my food? Hey, I just want to do low carb, or I just want to visibly make better choices. And here's what I want you to know. You don't have to track your food, but it actually is a pretty good idea to be able to have an awareness of what you're eating. So if you have gotten all the way through this year and you have not gotten your food under control, and you're like, I've tried, I've stopped, I've tried, I've stopped, I've gained the weight, I've lost the weight, I've gained the weight, what I want you to do is go download some type of food tracker. You don't have to do it forever. But I have this word in my head, and it's awareness. And I've been talking about that on here too. And if you don't have an awareness of what you're eating, maybe a visual, I'm a visual learner. So if you cannot really do lazy keto low carb without truly getting this together and getting a good understanding of the food that's going into your body, I want you to go download MyFitnessPal or a carb counter. There's a whole bunch of them. And for 2 weeks, you can start after Christmas, you can start at the beginning of the year, or even 1 month. What if you took all of January, right? We don't mess up good for perfect. If you want to take from now until then to get ready, that's fine. But I want you to track your food the best you can. Your water intake, because when you have all of the food on there, even if you're doing low carb, even if you're like, I think I'm doing okay, it's going to give you a really quick visual of like, whoa, I'm eating. No wonder that I haven't maybe lost the weight that I wanted to, or maybe I feel like blah. Maybe I thought I was doing well, but I actually could be doing a little bit better, right? So my husband did this for a long time. He tracked it for a while. It gave him an understanding of what he was eating. He could see it. And then the longer you do it, then you just naturally choose better foods. Is this making sense? Yes, no? Giving yourself 2 to 3 weeks of like tracking to go, oh, I'm actually on point, or oh, I'm actually not on point. I should probably button this up a little bit, right? And so that is my tip for you. Track your food. If you're like, I've got it, I'm good, I just need to work out, or my goal is I need to read, whatever it is, if food is a challenge, I want you to, here is your action step. Go download a tracker. There's lots of them. Track your food just for a day. Don't even try to make it perfect, because at the end of the day, it's going to give you your macros. It's going to say proteins, carbs, and fats. We have 4 dogs, and if some of you know that, and they're always loud. And then it'll give you an idea of where you need to tweak things. You don't have to do it for the next year. You just need to do it so that you can have an understanding and awareness. I feel like I might give the Keto Mom page a word of the year. And I think it's going to be awareness. And I'm going to touch base on that in lots of different areas. Because if you have awareness, guess what? You're going to make better choices. And so that is my tip for you. I hope it helps. We covered a lot today. If you tuned in later, go back and watch the beginning. As always, we share lots of tips and tricks on here. Recipes and food ideas and kids screaming and dogs barking. That's just a part of it. I'm a stay-at-home mom. If you want to know more about the ketones, post trial in the comments. We're going to be doing some fun Christmas trial packs. And then the core 4. I talked about it earlier. I don't have 100% all the details, but post core 4 in the comments if you want to know more about the food and the ketones and the community and how to get plugged into the contest. It'll be so fun. Otherwise, continue to tune into the page. Congratulations to the winners of the books. I hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.